welcome back to the Coach Mack Show, the Brantley County edition. Coach, that was a lively game Friday night. Lots of offense. First half went well. Trey Harrington hitting Scott Birchall several times, Curtis Nixon. Want to talk about the offense and how that went in the first half?
Well, our offense, of course, without our running back, Andrew Lee, out for the year, we had to go to something different. We felt like we had a lot of talent at the wide receiver position, and plus we felt like Trey Harrington was definitely a talent at quarterback. So we felt like what gave us the best chance to win was to throw the football.
Right.
And so we're committed to that. We're committed to throwing the football all over the field, and it worked out really well for us. We still had way more drops than what we won. If we can clean up the drops, I think we'll almost double our yards because we had quite a few drops. But Trey Harrington, he threw the ball 53 times for 22 completions and for 360 yards, 5 touchdowns. And, of course, his main target was Curtis Nixon, number 19. Curtis is a junior.
Having a huge night.
Huge night. I believe he tied the record for yardage in a single game, but he broke the record for the longest TD return as a receiver. Curtis Nixon had 8 catches for 208 yards, 3 touchdowns. I believe we threw the ball to 6 different players. Scott Birchall was our next leading rusher, our leading receiver, with 5 catches for 49 yards. And Davron Reed, 4 catches, 40 yards, 1 touchdown. Tevis Dasher, 2 catches, 38 yards, a touchdown. Julian Roberts, 2 catches, and then freshman Ethan Saws caught 1 ball. So we're really pleased with the fact that we put up a lot of points, put up a lot of passing yards.
Spread the ball around, too.
Really did. Spread the ball around a lot of people. But the thing that we got to clean up on that part of the on that is we have to catch the ball more. We can't have as many drops as we've had.
Yes,
and really got to hand it to Brantley County had a great pass rush. Number 34 just came off the edge. He was one of the best pass rushers we've seen in quite a while. Gave us a real tough time. We had to make an adjustment. It's almost like we had 2 halftimes, really. We had a halftime after a series. Lightning delay, went back into the field house, and then came back out, and we made an adjustment where basically we had to take our 5th receiver, and we had to basically double team number 34, because I'll tell you what, that kid is a fantastic football player. But Brantley County had a lot of really good football players. You know, Brantley County is a young football team. They only have 6 seniors. And the impact players for Brantley County really are all underclassmen. Really, you know, Kurt Nixon, he was the best receiver on the field. There ain't no question about it. But in my opinion, possibly the second best receiver on the field was probably Tristan Yeomans, number 4 for Brantley County, a fantastic football player, fantastic receiver. And then the quarterback, number 16, really good young quarterback. And then 25, James Morgan, a sophomore, a really good wide receiver. And then number 33, Levi Chester. What a fantastic football player. I tell you, I really enjoyed watching him on film. I didn't enjoy watching him make plays against us, but Levi Chester is a fantastic high school football player. And like I said, Coach Mark Walker has only 6 seniors, got a bunch of kids coming back next year.
Got an up-and-coming group.
A really up-and-coming group. And, you know, we're going to play them again next year and at their place. And I really not so much looking forward to this young talent, but I tell you what, I think they're really going to be a good football team in the future.
Very good. I noticed on several plays, which Trey Harrington was just on fire Friday night, but I noticed on several occasions Brantley would drop literally 8 and 9 defensive backs back.
They would mix it up. Sometimes they'd bring pressure. Sometimes they would play coverage. Really, the only 2 ways to play against our offense is either commit to the pressure or commit to the coverage.
Right.
Really, it's hard to do both. So Coach Nasworth, a former player of mine, one of my former coaches also, is the defensive coordinator. He had a really good scheme. He did a great job preparing for us, and you know, he mixed it up real well. Sometimes it was pressure, sometimes it was coverage. So Coach Nazareth did an outstanding job, I thought, in preparing for us, and his kids really played hard for him.
Little inside track on us maybe a little bit with the defense.
Well, no, I think you know, Coach Nazareth knows our program and knows what we do, being a former player, former coach. But he was able to see on film. He was able to see on film the things that we do, and the things that we can only do, and he really put together a great defense for us. So I think that I tell you what, he's a good football coach. I wish we had him back, but he did a great job in preparing for us.
All right. On the defensive side of the ball, Will Gowan, three or four sacks.
Yeah, I think he might have had 4 sacks, which I think tied a record, which tied our defensive coordinator's record, Norris Woods. So if Norris said if he knew he was that close, he would have pulled him at the end of the game to make sure he wouldn't have beat his record. But
I believe that.
I believe it too. But, you know, we had a really good game on defense. We didn't give up I think we gave up less than 90 yards rushing against these guys. First half, we only gave up 1 first down. Our leading tacklers were Lance Thompson with 6 tackles, Julian Roberts with 6 tackles. Drake Gillis played linebacker and also defensive line. Drake had a great game with 5 tackles, and then Will Gowan with 5 tackles. We had a lot of guys have a great game. Our defensive line, one of our keys to success in this game was our defensive line had to dominate. And I really believe that Michael Dasher and Tion Burrows and Will Gowan and Drake Gillis and even Mookie Smith, freshman, we put in there some. I thought those guys did a great job, and that's definitely the strength of this defense is that those front 4 guys up there.
Big guys, they're fast.
Big guys that can run.
They don't quit.
Big guys that can run. That's what makes good defensive linemen.
Oh, no doubt.
So those guys did a great job. We always have a goal of trying to create fumbles, recover fumbles. We didn't meet any of those goals, but we did get the ball twice with Scott Birchall and Tevis Dasher. With each of them had an interception. So real pleased with that on the defensive side of the ball.
Do you attribute those interceptions to coverage or pressure or a combination?
Well, I
Looking
think
at the film?
Well, for us it was definitely partly pressure. We had a lot of pressure on the quarterback. He had to get rid of it. A lot of times he launched the ball in places he didn't want to, out of the pocket and so forth, and that's where we were able to come up. I think Scott got his on a deflection, and I think Tevis Dasher really just broke on the football. Did a great job. Great job with that.
Almost returned that for 6.
Almost did, but I think he ran out of gas.
All right, Coach, on that, we'll take a short break, and then we'll be right back.
The Folkestone Pharmacy, your original hometown pharmacy for over 45 years, is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet broadcasts. Folkestone Pharmacy accepts insurance from most local employers, including the City of Folkestone, Charlton County, Babcock and Wilcox, AJM, Charlton Memorial Hospital, and many others. The Folkestone Pharmacy wishes the Indians best of luck this season. Okefenokee Rural Electric Membership Corporation offers more than dependable electrical energy at a competitive price. Quality service is provided by a friendly and professional staff trained to meet your every electrical power need, whether residential, commercial, or industrial. If you have any questions or need information, call us at 1-800-262-5131. Okefenokee REMC, owned by those we serve. A proud sponsor of this year's Indian football broadcast.
All right, welcome back to the Coach Mack Show. Coach, after our second half, after the 30-minute mandatory Lightning Day, which we brushed on it, but talk about that for just a second. It's GHSA mandatory, 30-minute break after the last lightning strike.
Yeah, we have a lightning meter that's always with us on the field. Even for practice, we have a lightning meter out with us. And, of course, there's a certain range. If we have a strike in a certain range from us, we'll have to go off the field. And, of course, Dr. Howard was the game administrator. He had the lightning detector, and it did go off. So, safe thing is just get everybody off the field and everybody out of the stands. So, like you said, it was happened pretty quick early in the game. So it was almost like a first halftime and then a second halftime in this game. So we were excited to get to the second half. We made some halftime adjustments. We came out. We just wanted to throw a little running thing in there just to see
how they would react.
See how they would react or whatever, and put it on film. It didn't work at all for us. We had to punt the football. But second half, I thought we caught the ball really well in the second half, threw the ball really well in the second half. Offensive line did great. Defensive line did, again, an outstanding job. Our linebackers really came on. Brandon Dale, new to our program, had a really good game, along with Lance Thompson, had a good game at linebacker. And Drake Gillis played everywhere. Defensive end, linebacker, he had a great game on the defensive side of the ball. And then we failed to mention Thomas Johnson, a freshman, kid who, our extra point kicker. We made
Yeah,
4 extra points in a
we're kicking
row.
extra points this year.
Yeah, 4 extra points in a row. I don't know. I remember the last time we had 4 in a row, and really pleased with the job he's done. And I know he was excited, and I know his family is excited. But I'm really looking forward to see him develop. Again, a freshman field goal kicker, and that's all he does, and that's enough. I think he's going to get really good at what he does, and really looking forward to that. But again, second half we came out and played really well, really pleased, especially after the first series. I thought after that we really got to playing real well on both sides of the ball, and I was really pleased with that. And of course, we had a bad snap on a punt, which set up Brantley's only scoring drive. They had a real short field. But I think other than that, I thought we'd hung a 0 on them. Of course, everybody's talking about the end of the game. It's really disappointing the way the end of the game happened. I know that Coach Walker, the head football coach over there, he is a class man. I tell you, he's one of those guys I've mentioned before, and I'll say it again. I wish if I had a son, I'd want him to play for Coach Walker. I mean, he's that good of a man, and he's a good football coach. And I know he was sick about the way it ended, and really enough said about that. The only thing I do know is we're going to make an adjustment to the B-team schedule. We're not going over there Thursday. We just think that's probably the best thing for right now.
Okay.
But, again, we have a lot of respect for the coaching staff over there. We're going to continue to play football. We're going to play next year. It's going to be our turn to go over there. We look forward to it.
Yes, sir.
I think this was just a very, very isolated thing that happened. I don't think this is something that will ever happen again, continue to happen on either side. So, really, I'm pretty much done with it. And I know that Coach Walker's anxious to get it past him and get the season ongoing. So it was an unfortunate event, but again, I think we're all ready to move on from it and get on with the rest of our schedule. Move on with Ware County.
All right, very good. Well, let's talk about Ware County then, Coach. We're headed there Friday night.
Ware County was, I believe, the state runner-up in 4A. I believe it was 4A last year. They have a lot of talent back. They got off to a pretty good start in the scrimmage against Valdosta. They beat Valdosta in that scrimmage. I believe shut them out. Defense looked really good. Then they traveled to Coffee County, another 6A school, again playing 2 classifications up. Coffee County on the scoreboard got after them pretty good. Now on the field and on the film, it was really a pretty evenly matched game for quite some time. I really think if it wasn't for Ware turning the football over, making some mistakes, you're looking at a very close football game. But again, not taking anything away from Coffee County. Coffee County is a good football team. I believe a playoff team in that region. So that's saying a lot for them. But I look for us to go up there, and we're going to play a very mad group of Ware County Gators.
They're going to be fired up.
So they're going to be fired up. They're going to be. I know they're disappointed with their outing last week, and I'm sure they're going to get it right this week. Like I told the kids today, you got to go in there with the right frame of mind about we're going to do what we do best, and we're going to try to do it as well as we can. And if we can, we're going to compete with these guys, and we're going to compete with them for 48 minutes, and hopefully at the end of the game we have a chance to beat them. But again, it's going to be a great opportunity to go play a much, much bigger school than us in a great environment up there in Waycross.
It should be an exciting environment. Haven't been I think the largest school we traveled with y'all as CSN last year would have been Fitzgerald, I think.
Yeah.
Would have been the big venue up there. They play in the stadium right there in the
right downtown, the old baseball stadium.
Yes,
great. Of course, they call their field the Swamp also.
Yep.
But I'll tell you, Coach Ed Dudley's done a great job with that program. I believe he's taken them to the Dome now twice. A lot of really good talent. They have a defensive end who's already been offered by Alabama. Guys like that. A lot of talent on that football field. Quarterback is really a great athlete. Throw in, run the football. We've really got to contain him. Real multiple in their formations. They'll run the zone read, but again, not a lot of plays, but an awful lot of formations. We had to get ready for that. On defense, a lot of speed with some size also, so it's going to be a real challenge on that side of the ball. But again, I hope we go up. I hope we carry over some of the things we did in the second half against Brantley, carry it over in this game and play well.
I know every week you generally compare their offense to something we're all familiar with as novices. What do you expect? What are you looking out from Ware County?
Well, Ware County is a shotgun football team, but also they'll get in the I formation. They are probably going to be the most multiple offensive look football team we're going to see all year. But again, whether they're in the eye or whether they're in the shotgun one back, it's the similar type plays. It's a similar type plays, the zone, the power play, and we've got to stop the run. First and foremost, we've got to stop the run. If we can somehow stop the run, or should I say slow the run down, then I think that we have a good chance. Again, defensively, our goal is to make them punt. If we can make them punt and give us a lot of shots on offense, I'm hoping we can get down the field and maybe put the ball in the end zone a few times.
I believe we will, Trey. I mean, Trey and those receivers, Kurt, they're having a fantastic year. He's on target.
He is. He's
on target this year.
He's done a great job in preparing for this season. Coach Jimmy Harris, really, he's my offensive coordinator. He's the one that's done an awful lot of work with the offense, and he's done an awful lot of work with Trey. Really getting him ready. I felt like he would do a better job than I did last year with Trey, so I wanted to make sure that he had the opportunity to work with him and
one-on-one type.
Yeah, really a lot of one-on-one time, and also and really do a lot of things. I really gave Coach Harris the opportunity to really do a lot with our offense, and he's put on a lot of these different pass routes, pass patterns, combinations that we have, and he's done a great job with it.
I know you never like to give away too much of your game plan, but what do you think Ware will try defensively against our pass? Do you think they'll bring, like you talked about earlier, bring the rush or drop back?
Well, I think we're going to see a combination of both of them.
Really?
I think they're going to be good enough to bring a lot of pressure, but yet play tight coverage, which is a tough combination. And we just
play man up, not a lot of zone.
I think they're going to play some press coverage. I think they're going to play some man coverage. I think they're going to bring as much pressure as they can after they have everybody covered. Again, they have a lot of good talent.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough challenge for us. A lot of schools wouldn't play up like we do, but I think this week we're playing a 4A school. Next week we're playing a 5A school. And then we come back home and play a AA school. So it's going to be some tough games right there. Weare's 5A, I believe.
5A.
Yeah, so again, you don't see a lot of Class A schools that play.
We don't back down.
Yeah, we'll travel and play them, I guess.
Have a football, we'll travel, right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Coach. 2 shows ago we talked about the plaque situation. Do you have an update on that?
Well, yeah, actually I did. I called the factory that's building our lockers, and we're hoping to have delivery within the next 2 weeks. And once we have delivery on them, I think that once we have the delivery, I think that that's when we're going to start getting some sort of brochure out about the plaques.
Okay,
I think it's going to be a great opportunity for us to raise some money for these lockers. These lockers are very expensive, nearly $40,000. The quarterback club is going to be responsible for all that. So I really think this needs to be a big fundraiser for us. So once we get the first lockers in, and we'll start getting some plaques on there, I'd like to maybe hopefully get some of that on.
So there's definitely plaque spots.
Exactly.
Available.
Hopefully get some of that on your website, and people can see
Yes,
see the plaques, and hopefully get something going with that.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Anything else you have, Coach?
That's it.
All right. Well, we'll see y'all Friday. What, 7:30?
7:30 Friday.
7:30 Friday night up in Ware County, and pack the place, turn it red and black.